Welcome back to What If the Hokage Debriefed Naruto After the Mizuki Incident, Part 7. Last time I asked for some help because I had a few too many paths available to me. So, over the last couple days, I got some responses. From God of Goats, suggested I use Tsunade as the Hokage, which I have no problem with that. Asuna wasn't ready to take the role, so maybe in 10 years when she's too old, he'll get another shot at it. In the meantime, Konohamaru was decided that he will get the monkey contract from the third Hokage when he retires. And I'm not sure, I'm thinking about maybe making the Saratobi a teacher at the academy. I think that'd be something the professor might be doing in his retirement. Next, we have Diego Moore and Mizu the K9, who both chose Haku as the pairing for Naruto in the upcoming situation. Now, we also had a few people want Tamari, but in retrospect, I didn't see the connection there as strong as with Haku. And of course, everyone likes Hinata, but I already have her paired with Naruto in my other what ifs, so I figured I'd try something new with this one. Now, in this what if, I'll have during the time skip, Hinata and Kiba decide to go out because Kiba is, brash, knucklehead, not like Naruto, but it didn't work out. Now, K9 again and Tupac wanted to have Hinata on Team 7 replacing Sasuke. And K9 also suggested that Sai go on Team 8. Now, I'm going to go with that because Kiba and Hinata didn't work out, and I'm going to say it didn't work out very well, so they're no longer applicable to be on the same team. So Hinata is moving off the team and Sai is going in her place. Now, I am going to stick with the idea I had in the intermission about Sai having the Sharingan, because Danzo did use the Uchiha eyes he stole from during the massacre. Now, James Campbell was the only one that talked about Sakura's pairing with Rock Lee, and suggested that they tried it but didn't work out. And just that, Rock Lee, as they grew up, because they are just preteens, they grew up, Rock Lee and Sakura just didn't match up, but they still remained friends, and for this reason, I'm going to have Rock Lee a bit stronger than he was in canon, with, the destructive nature of the 8 gates matched with a medic, which is Sakura. Rock Lee is able to recover faster and is able to get farther in his training. Now with Naruto, I had a few different suggestions here and there, and I decided to go mix and match. I decided to have this one because during the 2.5 years that Naruto's off, he's basically moving from place to place as a means to avoid Akatsuki, which Mount Mukaboku, the Toad Mountain, would be a great place to avoid Akatsuki, as only Pain with his animal path could even get there. But obviously, we're not going to have him spend the whole 2 years and change there. But nevertheless, during one of his visits, one of the toads slip about Naruto's dad, letting him know that his father was the fourth Hokage. With this knowledge, he demands Jiraiya to tell him everything he knows, including, and then I'm going to say, with the inheritance that Naruto has from being the fourth son, he gets a scroll containing the Flying Raijin. Now, he's going to learn it after a lot of spending close to 2 years just learning the ceiling involved in making it work. And when he does use it, it takes him a good second to actually move from where he is to his nearest set point. I'm also going to have Naruto learn the Futon Vision Shuriken, because frankly, why not? Because he's been spending a lot of time working on his elemental training, especially his wind affinity. But he doesn't just have wind, he has at least one jutsu in every element that he's done pretty good on. And during his time at Mount Mukaboku, I'm going to get that wrong every time, he has got the basics of a sage mode began. He's at best an imperfect sage, and that's really pushing it. He's mostly learned the theory, he's been able to, meditate, but he hasn't gotten too far in his training. That's going to come later. Now, Sasuke, we had a reverbing a choice from the commenters that his soul is intact. That Orochimaru, took over this body, but it didn't absorb his soul like he did his previous containers, just because Sasuke is so stubborn. During the 3 years between when Orochimaru took Sasuke's body and the body rejecting him, Orochimaru used his, science and other techniques to basically make a clone of Sasuke, so that whenever his 3 years is up, he's just going into the next clone. But because Sasuke is stubborn, he remains in his discarded body, which is kind of atrophied, even though it's wizard up. It's like Naruto, it's had a lot of its life force drained out. Now, so Orochimaru is now in a clone of Sasuke, having spent the 3 years mostly just doing what he wanted the Sharingan for the first place, learning every jutsu he can get his hands on. But now that he's moving on to his new body, he's going to start being a part of the plot again. Whereas Sasuke, the original, is now kept with all the other failed experiments of Orochimaru in one of his bases. More on that later. So, as the story begins, Naruto gets back to the village and Jiraiya passes him off to Kakashi again. Kakashi does his bell test. Now this time, Naruto just unseals a scroll with a copy of an unreleased Ichi novel. Basically throws it aside so Kakashi is distracted. During the fight, Kakashi ends up grabbing the book and the seal on the book activates, trapping him. Then they're able to easily get the bells after that. I know it's a little anticlimactic, but really the way it happened in canon was just so silly I had to do it again. Now, after the bell test is passed, Hinata officially joins Team 7, which she, tries to, make things work with Naruto, but he mentions that he's met up with Haku. They try to make this long distance work, because during his trips he visited the village hidden in the mist, and I'm not sure next time I've actually going to come out probably with the war and all the war arc. So during this time, Akatsuki abducts Gaara, and Team 7 is assigned on the mission. Sakura shows up and starts healing Kankuro, where Chiyo attacks Kakashi, seeing him as his father, the White Fang. And as soon as Team Guy shows back up at the village, Tsunade sends them back out to help Kakashi on this mission. Now, using the scrap of Sasori's puppet that Kankuro was able to take off him, Kakashi summons one of his hounds to track him, and they run into Itachi and Kasame on their way there. Well, correction, just Itachi. Kasame is going after Team Guy. Now, Hinata actually plays a big part in this fight, as she's able to blindfold herself with her headband and not look at Kakashi in Itachi's eyes, but use her Byakugan to see the fight. So she's able to, force Itachi to evade her, because the Gentle Fist would work just as well on him, and he's actually not that strong in taijutsu because he's so used to using his eyes. So Hinata's able to force him back into Naruto's giant ball Rasengan, and the fight is won. Now Guy, just like in the original story, Team Guy is just overwhelmed by Kasame, because Kasame is a badass. Although Lee is a little bit more useful because he's farther on in his taijutsu training. But the Guy goes 6th gate and breaks Kasame's, only to find out they were both clones in the first place, or both replicas in the first place. So now they go off to the cave. They continue to follow the trail to find the cave. Only Naruto detects the seals and takes them down. He is at least an expert level seal maker right now, or at least a high level apprentice. So he sees the seals, even though he doesn't have the time to break them down. He knows basically that they are trapped, so he sends in some shadow clones. The trap is sprung and all's well. They go in, but find that they wasted enough time that that Katsuki has successfully taken out Gaara's tailed beast. Now, Naruto, just like in canon, is enraged and goes after Deidara, now followed by Kakashi and Tenten and Neji in tow. Tenten's going to use her ranged, and Neji, of course, has the Byakugan. That leaves the rest of the people in the cave to fight Sasori. This is going to be mostly Guy and Chio. Guy taking the place of sakura from the original fight, as he is a much stronger person, well, at least respectively, more experienced fighter. So Sakura and Hinata are going to be support, as well as Lee. Of course, Lee is mostly protecting Chio, I suppose, because as she uses her puppet strings to help Guy fight. And whenever Sasori starts bringing out more and more puppets, that's where Hinata and the Byakugan really become an asset, as she's able to use a water jutsu, I'm going to say just water whip jutsu, combined with the precision of the Byakugan to slice the chakra strings from a distance. Meanwhile, chakra strings from a distance, the fight continues with Chio and Sasori summoning more and more puppets, but with the extra support, the battle is won quicker than originally, with that little nugget about Sasuke being brought up. That nugget about Orochimaru's secret base meeting brought up. Yeah, okay. Now, along with Deidara, Kakashi uses Kamui again, but misses and takes out Deidara's arm. Naruto, retrieves Gaara's body, smashing the clay bird, and Tenten uses her double scroll release to attack Deidara, only for it to be a clone instead, a clay clone. Neji spots the real one, but when Naruto goes in for the kill, Neji warns them about the suicide bomb, and they all retreat, unaware that it was a fake, and Deidara survives and leaves. Deidara survives and regains Akatsuki. Now, Chio is still needed to revive Gaara, and that's how we're going to end this arc. See you next time on Part 8.